this evening, and we're here tonight for our second annual Triple Impact Competitor Scholarship Award ceremony. Our ceremony tonight is sponsored by Deloitte and Thrive Foundation for Youth. Again, I'm your speaker, Mark Wiggins. A little background about myself: I am a trainer for PCA. I handle Northern Virginia, DC, Maryland, East Coast, Midwest, Canada. Wherever there's an opening to go speak, I'm usually trying to get there, but that's kind of the area I handle. I've been here for about 18 years or so. I do a lot of public speaking and training. I work a lot with athletes as my other part of my hobby and passion, to make sure that young people get an opportunity to use their skills for life, for school, and everything else that they don't know they can apply them to. So working with PCA has been a privilege for me tonight. Positive Coaching Alliance, or PCA, is a national nonprofit that Jim Thompson founded at Stanford University in 1998, with the mission to provide all youth athletes from preschool through high school with a positive character-building youth sports experience. PCA's Triple Impact Competitor Scholarship Program is in its fourth year overall, but its second year here in the DC area. I would like to thank again Deloitte and Thrive Foundation for Youth for their support in making this possible. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. There's something special about being a high school athlete. As I was sitting at the table kind of reminiscing the usual rundown questions: where are you from, where's your school, where you play? Somebody asked me, did I play basketball? And sometimes I say I play hockey. And, just kind of keep you on their toes. But it is a unique experience. You only get to do it once. Everybody doesn't get to do it. I tell students all over the country that being an athlete is a privilege and not a right. You're only a twisted ankle away or a blown knee away, like I was coming out of high school, from it being over. And then all you have left is your mind. So the experiences that you have are awesome. You should take full advantage of everything that's offered, all the coaching, all the advice that's given, because it will help shape your life. One of the wonderful things about sports is your perspective is different than everybody else's. I went back to my 25th high school reunion, and I was part of a championship team. We went 20-2 in my senior year. And the funny thing about that is I remember the games, I remember the practices, I remember the coaches and the sayings and things like that. But to other people who did not play, they remember the feeling, they remember the emotions, they remember how they felt when they walked down the hall. They didn't play sports, and I gave them a high five and said, "Hey, Wiggs, what's up?" And you acknowledge them. So you don't understand that people look up to you, and they respect what you do. You don't represent just yourself, you represent your school, your culture, your parents. So remember that when you're out on the field, you're out on the court, in the pool, or wherever you are, doing your thing, that it is an honor and a privilege to be representing that in yourself. So remember, high school sports is awesome. Take full advantage of it. It only happens once. Even if you fail, you may only get like one time to do it. So get it done right. Take care of it. High school sports is awesome. And this event tonight just really emphasizes that there's more to the game than what's on the scoreboard. There's more to the game. Because at the table, nobody asked me how many points I averaged. They didn't ask me my record. They didn't ask me what my percentage from the free throw line was. 78%, right? Back in the 80s, I was pretty good. So anyway, that's enough about that. So enjoy the night, but keep that in mind as we go through our awards, that we're here to honor you for what you've done outside of sports, or within the game, the Triple Impact Competitor. Making yourselves better, making your teammates better, and making the game better. Those are the things that matter. Those are the things that will last long after you stop playing. All right? All right, but first now I want to bring to the podium one of PCA's finest in the DC region. He is Clint Sanchez. Clint is one of the senior representatives in the area. He's going to come forward now and give us some information. Clint.
Thanks, Mark. As Mark mentioned, I'm Clint Sanchez, and I'm the partner development representative here in PCA's Washington, D.C. office. On behalf of everyone at PCA, I want to welcome you to the second annual Triple Impact Competitor Scholarship Program in Washington, D.C. I've had the pleasure of working for PCA for the past 4 years. I'm excited to continue the momentum we've built here in the D.C. office. Thank you all for making the effort to be here on a Thursday night. I know those traffic stories will probably go on for a long time, and I apologize about that. And I also know weeknights fill up really quickly in the school season, and a lot of you are right in the middle of the fall season right now. We are delighted to honor our 26 scholarship award finalists and announce the 5 award winners tonight. So often athletes make headlines for the wrong reasons in our culture, and that's why we feel this program is so important. To recognize athletes, like the athletes and student athletes gathered here tonight, for doing things the right way. I'd like to call attention to 2 of PCA's outstanding trainers. We've heard from one of them already, and that's Mark Wiggins. I'd like to thank Mark for being here and serving as our Emcee again, as he was last year. We're lucky to have him back. The second PCA trainer I would like to thank is Bobby Moran for taking the time to be here and share his perspective on the power of sports. Bobby has been involved with PCA since 2004, and I always enjoy and look forward to seeing him speak. I would also like to thank someone who could not be here tonight, but who played a tremendous role in putting this event together. Many of you, athletes, as well as your parents, heard from or were in touch with my colleague, Ann Craig Hill, over the past 3 months. Ann recently moved to Chapel Hill, where she has taken on a development position at the University of North Carolina. I promised Ann I would not mess up this event, so I'm counting on everyone here to help me hold up my end of the bargain. Additionally, I would like to thank the Thrive Foundation for Youth and Deloitte for their generous support of this program. Deloitte has been a wonderful supporter of this scholarship program and has been instrumental in working with PCA to grow it to where it is right now. Deloitte has driven the program's expansion from the San Francisco Bay Area to now include New York, Chicago, Houston, and Washington, D.C. Now, PCA's relationship with Deloitte goes well beyond the typical sponsorship. Deloitte cares deeply about ethics and views our scholarship award finalists and winners as the future business, political, and community leaders. Deloitte is also the presenting sponsor of PCA's National Youth Sports Awards program. We just opened nominations this week, so I encourage all of you to nominate exemplary coaches in your community or at your school who are doing things the right way. You can nominate coaches for the Double Goal Coach Award at www.positivecoach.org. Lastly, in particular, I would like to thank both Roger Jasek and Beth Ann Reese of Deloitte. Both Roger and Beth Ann not only served on the selection committee, but they also sponsored an additional scholarship for this program. So thank you, Roger and Beth Ann, for your generous support and all of your time. I would like now to introduce Washington, D.C. Deloitte partner, Roger Jasek, to say a few words.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good evening, everybody. I'm very excited to be here. And Clint almost stole my whole speech with all those nice words he said about Deloitte, so I apologize if there's going to be some repetition. But I was here last year. I had the honor of saying some words last year, but a few words about me. I have been with Deloitte my entire career. So I started in 1994, right out of college. I went to the University of Massachusetts in Amherst. And I started with Deloitte in New York, and I've had a fairly interesting career. I had not been in one location longer than 4 years. So I started in New York. 4 years later, I moved to Prague. I worked there for a couple years. Back to New York, here to D.C., over to Tokyo for 4 years, and then finally coming back into the D.C. area last year. So very exciting, different adventure in every place I was, and everybody asked me, how can you be at one company for so long? It's kind of unheard of. For example, my brother, I think he's had 18 different jobs in his career. So it's a pretty big contrast. But some people at the table, I found that every 4 years was a new adventure and a new assignment. And that's what kept me motivated. But as I was sitting here and talking to people at this table, I kept saying to myself, I wish I could be in your shoes. Because like Mark said, high school sports, my memories of high school sports were just outstanding. I was a football player primarily. I did some basketball, track, but my memories were from football. And there was nothing like on Friday night walking out of the tunnel or the locker room onto that field. That feeling will stay with me forever. So just a quick message. Enjoy this last year. When you're older, you'll look back on it and you'll wish you did this and that. So live in the moment. Take advantage of it. Don't settle. If you have goals set for yourself, achieve them, and do all you can to be the best you can in this final year of your high school career. Things will get a lot more complicated as you move on. College is exciting for different reasons, but after college, into the workforce, you have a whole different set of problems and challenges that you have to deal with. So enjoy what you're doing. Again, congratulations. It's a great honor to be here. Beth Ann and I had the privilege of going through all 26 applications. We spent a number of hours with Clint and Ann on the phone going through, and it was a difficult decision. And Beth Ann has said numerous times on the phone, and then even today, I wish we can give everybody a scholarship, because everybody's story was unique. It was great, and it really met the goals that PCA has set up in terms of honoring. So again, congratulations, and I look forward to talking with more of you throughout the night and after the award ceremony is over. Thank you.